This is what I'm surrounded by at the moment. The eternal banana box. I'm waiting for stuff to come from revenue. Just put that away again for another year. And then I'm also sorting out my kind of schedule and information release things that I'm going to be putting up throughout today, just to help people find me, help people really get the most out of Indie Untangled. But today I need to put a bra on and drop up something to my friend up in Clare. The Guild, I still have some of the Guild stuff in the back of my car. So I'm gonna put on a bra and maybe some socks and drive up and drop it off. So yeah, it's really misty and gross out there. I don't really want to go anywhere. Hello ladies, how are you? I scared the whittle out of her. Oh, such beautiful little faces. Look at those Wensleydale faces. I think this is a cross. I think she's a cross. I've got some Cheviots down here, I think. Oh, beautiful little babies. How are you? So I didn't even meet her. That's probably the best thing. Our numbers are skyrocketing. We're up in the thousands now pretty much every day. 800, 900, 1,000 people infected. More people in real. It's just awful. So best that I just don't meet them. And then it's fine. Anyway, the dogs, I've woken them up. So it's absolutely beautiful up here. Oh my God, in East Clare, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's really misty today. It's like, now it's sunny now because we're at the top of a hill, but it's super misty everywhere else. So I'll see if I can set it up and see if I can film the drive back, because it's really lovely. Okay, so I've just arrived home. So at the moment we are currently in a lockdown, which means that we shouldn't really leave our county unless it's for work or like urgency or something. So I had completely forgotten about this morning. Completely forgotten about it. So I was driving. I live in Limerick, and I had to drive to Clare, which is literally just over the river, just over there. And when I passed through the tunnel, there was like loads of signs out and lights, and the motorway had been narrowed down to one lane, and there was like a guarded checkpoint ahead, and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And then I realized, no, I really needed to get this stuff up to Sandra, because it was for her work, you know. So and I also wanted to get it up in time so that she could like decontaminate it or leave it like in a space and not touch it for 48 hours. So I was like having, do you know when you have like a convincing conversation in your head? Anyway, I didn't even meet her, it turns out. So I don't know if the guards would have been convinced, but they didn't stop me anyway. So like, they were there sitting in their cars, but they weren't stopping anyone, and I was like, what is the point? Anyway, look, I suppose they're allowed to have lunch breaks too. So it is now 12:30. So what is my plan now? Go in and have a coffee, another coffee, and get set up for a few bits. I was thinking about doing a podcast, and then I was like, maybe not. I might, I don't know what I'm going to do, but there is so much to do, so it's just trying to narrow down what I want to work on. Oh, it's lovely having 4 days off. Oh, so nice. I just feel like I can breathe again. So I've got next door neighbours are still building away. They're digging and drilling, and our whole house is shaking because it feels like it's all connected to our foundation, what they're doing. And so that's not the most super comfortable thing in the world. I hope that it won't, they won't be doing anything during, no, they'll be finished because it'll be 8 o'clock at night here when I'm doing my Zoom. So actually that's great now. Actually, that's a really good thing. plan. Okay, so I'm going to go in and just have a cup of coffee and write down what I'm going to be doing. I also, so if anyone, I am completely obsessed at the moment with this program called Cheap Irish Houses. And it is it's a TV show. It's like trying to find houses, old houses that are like on the brink of being torn down, but they're like 100, 200, 300 years old. Like there's a huge amount of history in them, but there are so many around Ireland, literally shacks, roofs falling in, you know, bits like that. But there are so many around Ireland that aren't listed. They're in the way, you know, because you know, Ireland's quite an old place, but all these houses would have been abandoned sometime, you know, maybe, to be honest, Ireland has so many periods of people leaving Ireland. So there's an awful lot of houses that have been left when people went abroad. Some houses, the famine houses, for example, in Connemara and places like that, they were left literally with food still on the table sometimes. And that they would be over 150 years old now. But yeah, so this house, or this Instagram account, actually, she has a TV show on RTE called Cheap Irish Houses. Maggie Malloy is her name. She's from Tipperary, which is where I have my retreats. But I think she's from North Tip. But she has an Instagram page as well called Cheap Irish Houses, and she's just released the most beautiful online magazine for renovating an old Irish cottage or a house, and I am fascinated. So it was $3.50 and I bought it, and I'm going to sit down now and read it. Although I read through it this morning when I was in bed, but there's some beautiful houses on display, about, you know, some showcased ones that so if you ever have a dream of moving to Ireland and buying a house, like some of these houses, she also has a online or a newsletter, and it's €5 a month, and every week into your inbox you get these houses, and they're all under €100,000, and a lot of them have like, some of them are amazing. They have like land, like some of them have like 4 or 5 bedrooms. They're just like not in Dublin or Cork or Kerry, you know, they're not in like the really popular places. They're like in the Midlands, or mostly in the Midlands, if we're being honest. So they'd but like they're stunning place, and like a lot of work would need to go into it, but sure, look, like it's a house for some of them are houses right in the center of a town for 30,000 to 50,000 euros. Like crazy money. Really, really amazing. So I really recommend looking her up and seeing what she's doing. It's fascinating because there are so many of these houses that are sitting on land, and Ireland is not overpopulated at all. It has about 4.5 million people. Obviously there was lots of immigration, and there always is and always will be when we're ever allowed to leave our country again. But you know, trying to save these houses, trying to renovate them as opposed to just knock and build again. It's, you know, really one of the most environmentally friendly things you can do is to get people back into actual houses which are there. And they're also cheap enough for people like me, millennials who graduated into a recession, tried to build themselves up. Now we're ready to buy a house and everything's gone wrong again. Do you know, like, you don't want to be tied down for years and years into a mortgage that you can't pay, you know, because of recessions or whatever. Do you know, it's an interesting, anyway, I think it's very interesting, but it's also environmentally friendly as well, because you're not like you're using what's there, and yeah, you're adding to it, you're improving it, but you're also not like building a whole new house, you know. And it's also culturally sensitive. You're preserving like the house, the aesthetic of the house, or, you know, I love the inside of the old cottages. I am obsessed with them. It really reminds me of my granny's house. Yeah, So anyway, I really recommend her. So the magazine is called Loch Isle, and Maggie Malloy's Instagram page, where you can find basically everything, is Cheap Irish Houses. And I don't know if you can get RTE abroad. The iPlayer is not the best, but yeah. So if you can get it and get it to work, it's Cheap Irish Houses on RTE as well. RTE is our national broadcaster called Radio Television, which is Irish for Radio and Television of Ireland, I guess. Yeah, Radio Television. So, yeah, that's my little rant band. So, I've got plenty more to do today, and that was 8 minutes of talking, so I think it's time for an ad break. So, enjoy or not. Sorry, but here it is. Bing. Okay, so I'm just having a look to see what other podcasters. Now, I knew the other podcast. I knew most of them, actually. I know Libby Johnson is coming on, and Mina and Mars. Very excited about those two. But I, to my absolute shame, had never heard of the last one, who was Cabin Boy Knits. Okay, so Cabin Boy Knits. So Jamie and Chris, I think. I'm just watching their most recent one now, and I'm like, oh, they're living my life. I want their life. I think they're in Canada, maybe. But Jamie is a cook, and he's like canning and pickling, and he's talking all about the growing peaches. Maybe he's not in Canada. Maybe he's in California or somewhere. Because Chris, Cabin Boy Knits, is dying, but he's dying with cannabis. And I'm like, well, that has to be legal wherever he is. But that was only in this one. So he basically, every week he'll have like a new thing that he's dying with, all natural dyes. And I'm like, I want to be them. I want it. Anyway, so yeah, I really recommend them. Cabin Boy Knits, all in one word. Now, this is only the first one that I've seen, so both of them are in it, but I don't know if they're both in it the whole time. I hope they are, because they're really cute. They're real cute together. And I'm obsessed with the colour he got out of the goldenrod and the cochineal. I'm fascinated by that. Oh my God, I'm hooked. So, podcast recommendation. Do you know what I've realised as well? I stopped recommending podcasts. That is so bad of me. I'm really bad. I actually just haven't had the time to be catching up on other podcasts. And I miss them, you know? I think you go through like phases, I guess, but I'm so sorry that I've not been recommending podcasts. Is there any new ones that have started that I'm just not in the loop about? Because obviously this is unacceptable. Please write your answers down below. So I just got to the end there where they're talking about India Untangled, and they're like, they are from Canada. Although I think it's pronounced Canada, according to the lads. You'll have to watch their podcast to get the joke. So I wanted to say that these are going to be, so the India Untangled show isn't only just for today, it's for 3 whole days. So you've loads of time to go on there and find out what's going on. But I just want to show you just a general overview on where to get all the cool stuff. So this is your page. So it's from Saturday. So this is when you log in, you'll see this, okay? But you have to get access to it, obviously, by paying your ticket. So you go into your thingy, India Untangled Everywhere. You can register here. You go into your welcome page, but this schedule is actually where you'll find everything that is obviously scheduled. So let's go in there, and you'll see you can choose vendors or events. You can filter by event type. So if you want the fashion show, which you can enter, Untangling the Designer Studio. So these are designers' talks. So you get the pattern with it. You get a sponsor spotlight, and you get the hangout. So hangout is where we'll be. You can also see a show and tell. So Hangout is where the podcasters will be. So let's just have a little look here. So you can see you can join the live stream here. It goes live at 11 a.m. At the moment it is 10 a.m. Eastern time. So in about 1 hour, that'll be going live with Vida Lifestyle. So you can actually learn all about these guys. So there's loads of different live streams going on. A lot of them you can jump in and out of because there's so many. La Viendole, oh beautiful. Oh, I must pop in and say hi to those girls. And there's a fashion show. You can hang out in the lounge from 12 to 1:30. So you can show what you've got, show what's going on. Fully Spun, oh my God. Oh my God, I have to get something of theirs. You've got Signature Needle Arts, they're there. So they'll be doing the live stream there at 1 o'clock. And then if you go down, you can literally find so much. Ooh, Rhinebeck food hacks. Oh, yum. So if you've got any really good recipes for Rhinebeck, I think Cabin Boy Knits might have a few ideas there. And then there's me! From 3 to 4 Eastern time, we'll hang out in the lounge. So you can click into there and it'll take, now that's a lounge that's going to be open the whole time. So that it's got loads of other stuff going on in there as well. Hang out in the lounge. So that'll be the show and tell. And then the sponsor spotlight will be there. So it's one room and loads of things are going on in it. So it's like, you know, when you book a room in an event, in a, what's it called, like an event space. I think, but I think I'm right on that. And then at 4 o'clock, Mina, 4 to 5, Mina Phillip from the Knitting Expat is going to be online and she's going to be hosting her session. And then, yeah, there's just so much going on. And then you can also go buy these extra sessions with the designers. So they're kind of like classes. They're about €20. And you can really kind of get a deep look into what you're doing there. So there's just so much going on. I want to find out when the other guys are going to be online. Just the other podcasters that I've mentioned already. So Libby Johnson is on tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So that is Truly Myrtle. I'd love to pop in to see her. Then you've got Tony Lipsy of TL Yarns, her session. Then you've got Bingo on Friday night. Bingo! I think that might be sold out though. Is it sold out? Oh, it is sold out. Oh, just here you can see. And then you've got Cabin Boy Knits on Saturday morning from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. He's hosting his section. And then Mars is on from 12 to 1. So is that all of us? Is there anyone else? Oh, can't remember if there's anybody else, but I just wanted to double check that I'm right there. Yeah, you've got some designers and then you've got, so there's 4 fashion shows in total, I think. I'm getting massive flashbacks from something else I must have done like this. Literally, I just got such a huge dose of deja vu. Anyway, yeah, so I might go have a look at Fully Spun. Sea Change Fibers by the Dye Project. I am very interested. I'm just after spotting Fully Spun's roving collection, words. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. She's done a pride section, so she's done like a sample of all the color of the flags, of all the different types of pride. And I am in love with this, with the bisexual pride color. I'm just a straight up old straighty, but my God, it's beautiful. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? I want it, but I also love this little peak of white in there. That's lovely. Oh, I love it. Oh. So Suzanne Mortimer, I just saw your message there on my last vlog about how I wear my mask with glasses so the glasses don't fog up. So one way that I've been told is to pop a little bit of soap on them. So any little bit of hand soap and rub it in, but don't wash them off, like rub it in so it kind of buffs out. So that's one way. Another way is to wear a bigger mask than you're used to, and putting it on one hand is a bit tricky. Wear a nice big mask. You want a big mask. You want it to cover down here, and you also want it to cover like quite a lot. So you want that bridge to touch the top of your nose, and then you just bring your glasses down on top of it. You wear your glasses a little bit lower down on your nose, and I just kind of look down my nose at everybody. This is my standard way of wearing it inside and work. It's handy because the air kind of doesn't hit my glasses, it goes almost into my eye and then up the top, so it doesn't get like trapped and fog up. So that's kind of how I've been wearing my glasses. Other times there is absolutely nothing I can do. There are some just bad mask glasses days, and there's nothing I can do, and it's a living hell that I've been living in for 7-8 months now, and help me, I don't know how to do it. The other option is to get contacts, and no, absolutely not. What is wrong with everybody who wears glasses and puts stuff in their eyes? Absolutely not. I would rather boil in oil than stick something in my eyes. So I just suffer a different way. Ooh, that went a bit dark there at the end. Ooh. Yay, I did it. So now I'm totally inspired. Mina was on after me, and she was, oh my gosh, she's so inspiring. Like, look at all this crap. But I did my makeup nice. I'm quite happy with those eyes. I've got blusher on and everything. And I contoured this neck. There's a bit of contouring there. Just to trick him into thinking we could shapeshift. So, yeah, and now, of course, I'm completely inspired to make something really quick and fast to knit. A friend of mine's having a baby, so well, it's going to be her first grandbaby type of thing. Her daughter's having a baby, and so I found this. I don't even know what it is, but gender neutral baby thing. So that'll be really cute. It's DK, so should whip up a little beloved. I think that cost about €6 maybe with VAT, but it's really cute, and I've seen them on Instagram for ages. They're absolutely gorgeous. So beloved by Tin Can Nails. But I'm tired now. It was really fun. I have all the packages packed up. Only one person didn't have her camera on when she won a prize. So she's supposed to, well, I don't know if she'll get back to me now, to be honest. But sure, I have a package for her anyway, if she's looking for it. Did I have everything packaged up? So so there was they all split it up actually. So I was going to be two sock yarns and 2 art yarns and then a bit of fibre, but they actually split it up. So instead of three winners, there was 5 winners. So thank you so much, everybody. That was really kind of you. So that's great. So if I have one address already, so if the rest of you get me your addresses ASAP, because I want to post those out real fast before they shut down all the post offices. So I don't know if they will. They can't. But you never know. 2020. Oof. Anyway. Oh, what a day. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of a whirlwind. I can't remember what I filmed. I thought I banged on about something earlier. Well, anyway, I'm going to go take off my face and maybe cast this on because I think it'd be really cute. It is 10 to 10. James is asleep since about 8 o'clock, I'd say. I go up after doing something and he's fast asleep and I'm like, sneak. Oh, so annoying. Love him though. Love you too. Bye.